So my question is, what exactly the situation is right now in Gaza, and that part of Gaza which is being bombarded by Israeli forces, is it being evacuated?
Unfortunately, the bombardment of Israeli barbaric forces is still continuous on Gaza, on the civilians in Gaza, and the hospitals, and the refugee camps, and the civilians there. They are still cutting all humanitarian aid and blocking it. They are not allowing anything to come to Gaza. And our Shuhada Maritars have reached more than 6,500 people until today morning. Still, the numbers growing up. The injuries are more than 16,000 people. Those who were displaced from their houses or refugee camps, nearly more than 800,000 people. But still they are in Gaza Strip, which is 240 kilometers, square kilometers.
राइट नाज़रीन वो ये कह रहे हैं कि सिचुएशन अभी भी बहुत ख़राब है, हालात बेहतर नहीं हुए, 8 लाख लोग नकल मकानी करने पे मजबूर हुए और अभी भी बमबारी वहाँ पर जारी है. So, Mr. Jamal, Hamas knew that whenever they will attack Israel, Israel will attack back with all their might, with all the arsenal that they have. They will drop hell on them. So, didn't Hamas realize that earlier, and they did not have any exit strategy to counter the counterattack which Israel was going to launch, and it did launch. And now Hamas is appealing to the world to ask Israel to cease fire. So are people of Palestine still with Hamas? Do they still support what Hamas did on 7th of October?
What exit strategy you want from Hamas, which itself and the whole people of Gaza are under siege from 2007 until now? Everything was under Israeli control. The Israelis were planning to attack Gaza before Hamas started their attack on 7th October. And the Hamas people and the other resistance groups, they have discovered through their intelligence that there was a plan which was hatched by Israel, America, and some Arab countries to attack Gaza and to make its people a refugee in Sinai desert of Egypt. But the attack, the preemptive attack of Hamas and other resistance groups on 7th October, it destroyed all the designs of Israelis and Americans and their supporters of some Arab countries. And under siege from more than 18 years, what exit strategy you want them to do?
So, as you said that Hamas had intelligence reports, वो कह ये रहे हैं नाज़रीन के हमास के पास पहले से ही खुफिया इत्तलात थी कि इसराइल गजा पे हमला करेगा. हमास हमला करता भले ना करता, किसी न किसी बहाने इसराइल ने गजा पे हमला करना था. ये जो हो रहा है ये हो के रहना था. बट द क्वेश्चन इज, मैं अगला सवाल पूछने जा रहा हूँ उनसे. मेरा सवाल यही होगा कि वो इसका नतीजा क्या है इस जंग का, क्योंकि इसमें हम यही देख रहे हैं कि फलस्तीनी शहीद हो रहे हैं. सो मिस्टर जमाल, what do you expect? What will come out of this war at the end? One day or the other, this ceasefire will happen. This attack can't be carried on. So what will happen at the end? More and more Palestinians will die because Hamas is the target of Israelis. Though Hamas is in hiding, Hamas is nowhere to be seen, and the sole victims are the Palestinians. So what should be the end, or what will be the end of this war?
This war have made the end of the so-called international law. It has made the end of United Nations. It has witnessed the end of the so-called democracy, human rights, and moral supports for the oppressed people. See what happened in Ukraine and what happened in Palestine. In Palestine, in Gaza, more than what happened in Ukraine. Although Ukraine is a very big country, having its military industry, it have a very big and good economy, and they have suffered Also, they have got tens of billions of dollars of aid, either economically or militarily, and still they are not able to regain their territory. The brothers in Gaza from all resistance groups, they are still controlling the Gaza Strip, and they are not allowing Israeli forces, which are supported by American forces, to enter Gaza. Last night, there was an attack by American forces and Israeli forces to recapture the so-called prisoners with Hamas, or the so-called abducted people from Israeli camps with Hamas. And according to former Secretary of Pentagon, who is a brigadier, in an interview with CNN today morning, he said, unfortunately, we were ambushed by Hamas guerrilla fighters, and all of our, most of our team was killed, and those who remained alive, they have escaped and fled from the area. The people of Gaza are still supporting Hamas, still supporting the resistance. They are saying that we have only one way to go back to our homeland, which was occupied in 1948. We will not surrender. We will not say enough is enough.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jamal, and I pray that you stay safe. People who are performing their duties as journalists over there, we all pray for them so that they may stay safe. Thank you so much for your time. जमाल साहब ने कहा कि ये तो होना ही था, और हमास को आज भी सपोर्ट करते हैं फ़लस्तीन, अहले फ़लस्तीन। वो हमास से कोई शिकायत नहीं है। जो हमास ने किया, उसकी पूरी की पूरी सपोर्ट फ़लस्तीनियों के साथ होने के साथ उन्होंने हमला किया, और क्योंकि हमला ना भी करते तो इस्राएल ने बिलाखिर ये काम करना ही था।